Urban Legend Will Evans, you know what it is, man. We here. It's the moment you all been waiting for. It's the moment we all knew was coming. I told you guys, I've been telling you guys for the last few months that this moment was coming. I think 4 months ago, I came on here and I broke down exactly why this was happening to Diddy. Everything that was going on 4 months ago. I told you guys all the behind the scenes, and 50 Cent has come out and confirmed exactly what I told you guys 4 months ago. We're gonna review it, man. Um, it's a lot of crazy details that's going on with this story. We're gonna hear from different lawyers. We're gonna hear from 50. We're gonna hear from different people about this topic. Obviously, Diddy is in a horrible situation. He actually is on suicide watch. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube, but he on watch. Um, they moved him to a secure cell where he couldn't off himself. Um, So we got to watch out for that. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Everybody coming in, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that like button before we get into the details of this. Crazy story, man. I know his family is embarrassed. He's embarrassed. I don't know if did he make it out of this situation. Honestly, I don't know if he survived this. It's a lot of people that is going to be involved in this. Now, mind you, this is a RICO case that he going through. So the RICO means that there has to be more than just him involved. It's an organization. It has to be an organization involved. So we're gonna see a lot more arrests. We're gonna see a lot more people getting exposed. I think Diddy gonna take a deal, and we ain't never gonna see this man again. If he survives, if he survived long enough to make it. I want to show you guys what 50 had to say about this, man. I'm gonna pull that up because I thought that was very important. Before we even get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm going to show you what 50 said. We're going to start with our prayer like we always start the lives before we get started, man. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you humbly, God, asking that you bless everybody in the sound of my voice, God, that you keep them safe and sound, God, that we come in here and communicate with each other. All facts, not feelings or opinions, God. Anything that's correct, let it come from you. Anything incorrect, let it come from us. God, we ask that you bless all the victims out there of these type of crimes that we're about to talk about today, God. We bless their hearts. We ask that you bless their families, their loved ones, the people that were lost to these things that are still living and no longer here. The people that are lost in Hollywood and lost in this entertainment life, God, we ask that you bless their minds and bring them home to you, God. We ask that you bless the people that are no longer here, the family members of the people that are no longer here. We ask that you cover their minds. God, we thank you for this opportunity to have this platform and share information and truth and spread your word, God, in your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it, yo. All right, man. 4 months ago, I came on here and I told you guys that this is a crazy situation, that Diddy was going to be getting caught up very soon. This is in the middle of the Kendrick. So let me see. The video says, I'm going to put it on screen for you guys. I did a video on this May 17th, 2024, top of this year or middle of the summer this year. And we talked about what was going on with this case. 50 has actually come out and he's actually let it be known what's actually going on. And he confirmed everything I told you guys 4 months ago. So I thought it was dope to hear. I want to show you guys what I said first. Well, maybe I'll show you guys what 50 said. And then we'll get into that. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. 50 says that Diddy did a $60 million deal for his Ciroc brand. And that's what's kind of causing the issues that he's having now. 50 said this right here. Listen to this.
It's great for us to work for them. Good experience with Beam Centauri. It was
Rewind it a bit.
You have the experience with major corporations like me. My particular experience with Beam Centauri, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things.
Beam Suntory is the alcohol company, liquor company. 50 Cent was partnering with them to do his liquor brands. And he's talking about, when he says them, he's talking about, you know, these big corporate or these big entities in the liquor business that have been there for hundreds of years.
You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So when you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And they not. It gets bad.
What 50 is saying is Diddy started with this company, Diageo, and then he tried to branch off and do his own thing so he could have ownership of the liquor brand. So Diddy went and did De Leon tequila. When he branched off from working with Diageo, if you guys don't remember, and I'm gonna show you I reported on this 4 months ago on the channel, that Diddy started working with these people and then he branched off because he wanted ownership, but he also, you know, was calling them racist and different things like that. Now, we're not condoning anything that Diddy is accused of, anything that he fighting in court, or nothing like that. Not that we even care. If we seen what Diddy did to Cassie on video, so we don't even really care morally, you know, what's his consequences to his actions. We just giving some backstory. I'm going to show you what I said, and 50 is also, he's not standing next to say Diddy is innocent at all, but he's giving backstory on why right now, you know, after decades and decades of Diddy doing this stuff, 50 is trying to explain to you guys why it's happening right now to Diddy. Check this out.
You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. He said these liquor companies have strong influence and relationships. Don't think that the civil case don't turn into a criminal case faster because of that, because Diddy's making them uncomfortable. So this is what's really going on behind the scenes. Diddy made this liquor company uncomfortable, be calling them racist, trying to go head up with them. Business-wise, he's trying to compete, become a competitor with them after working with them and making billions of dollars with them. 50 said it was a $60 million a year that Diddy had with them people. Then Diddy tried to branch off and own De Leon, but not just branch off. You tried to devalue Diageo by calling them racist, and Diddy took legal action against them, and there was a bunch of different things like that going on. That's why 50 say it happened now, faster. You know, the civil cases that Diddy was going through, or that he is going through, you know, they turned into criminal cases faster. They probably would have turned into criminal cases either way, but it happens faster because you going against these other companies that really they looking at it like they gave you a star. If I'm not mistaken, Diddy was allowed to buy into Ciroc or like get that deal for like $1. It was something crazy, like a crazy story. Like Diddy paid $1 and they gave him like equity or something. Maybe not equity, or they gave him the deal. It was something crazy like that. So they look at it like they did him a favor, and then he turned his back on them and tried to flip on him. So it's business. Let me see if 50 had any more to say.
That's a big part of it. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you look, when you go to the spirits businesses, it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Suntory and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers, the amount. So it's kind of like they incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And
50 going into a different conversation. He going into business, and he basically explaining why, you know, it's more beneficial to own than work with these companies, because they put, you know, clauses in contracts to simplify it that you'll never hit these marks and you'll never actually accomplish these things that you have to accomplish to get ownership through the contract that they give you. Now, I want to show you guys this right here to kind of double down on what 50 said. I brought this up. I'm going to show you right here. Check this out. 4 months ago, this is May 17th. I showed you guys. Oh, my bad. What was going on? Let me show y'all this. And I told y'all back then. Look at this. Or excuse me, Diddy was accusing Diageo of being racist. Look at this. I'm about to share the screen with you guys. Check this article out. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. This is what happens when you go against the people that gave you. See, Diddy and Diageo part ways in settlement of racism accusations. That was January 16, 2024, top of the year. Right after this, Diddy started having all these allegations start coming out. Right after this company that gave Diddy his start settled with him. Look, pay attention. Hit the like button if you guys just coming in, man. I ain't coming here to give you guys no BS or to pretend nothing. I'm trying to give y'all real information. Hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys donate into the Cash App and Super Chat if I'm entertaining or informing you, please. Helps us keep the platform going. That's why we got the Diddy sued these people last year. I think it was May 2023. I'll go back to it. Diddy sued these people, and I'm not saying that he didn't do everything that they said he did. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's getting exposed now for a reason. This stuff don't just happen. Like they've been knowing this stuff. We all been knowing this stuff about Diddy. Am I wrong? Why is it getting exposed now? Because we got to let this ad go by. If y'all see what I'm saying, I told y'all that this was going on months ago. I'm about to pull it back up. I'm bad, it kicked us back. Hold on. Hit the like button if you guys just coming in, man. I ain't coming here to give you House of Rock. They gave Diddy their start. May 2023. So you guys donate into the Cash App and Super Chat, all this different stuff, and show you guys what's really going on in live time. Diddy sued these people last year. I think it was May 2023. I'll go back to it. Diddy sued these people, and I'm not saying that he didn't do everything that they said he did. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's getting exposed now for a reason. This stuff don't just happen. Like they've been knowing this stuff. We all been knowing this stuff about Diddy. Am I wrong? Why is it getting exposed now? Because at the top of this year, January 16th, 2024, Diddy and Diageo part ways in settlement of racism accusations. Diageo is the alcohol company that I'm pretty sure they house Ciroc. They gave Diddy their start. Look, this photo right here. This is musical artist and entrepreneur Sean Diddy Combs, along with Diageo Chief Marketing Officer Deborah Kelly Ennis and Executive Vice President Guy Smith. Right as Diddy announces his partnership with Diageo North America and Ciroc Premium Vodka at a press conference. We got to get the likes up, man. We got almost 2,000 people in the room and 300 people hit the like button, man. So I'm going to give you guys a chance. Let them know in the comments I see you. Y'all know how we do in the chat, bro. Get everybody in pocket. We're going to take a break and we're going to get back into it when you guys back right. Let's keep the likes at 50% of the people in the room. If it's 1,000 people in here, it should be 500 likes. We broke this down back May. This was May 17th, I believe I said. Yep. May 17th. I showed you guys all this information that 50 confirmed today. Just goes to show that this information been out there, man. So hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. I see it moving up. I'm going to keep going. If I see them slowing down, we're going to pause it. At Stone Rolls at the Time Warner Center in 2007. This picture is from 2007. That's when they gave Diddy Ciroc. They let him be who he is for Ciroc. So y'all be thinking, oh, Ciroc is black owned. Ciroc is that owned. That owned. Diddy is just the nigga that they let be in the picture. So as soon as he started, this picture right here is from 2007. Here you guys go, right there, bottom, October 24, 2007. That's when this video or this picture was taken. In January 2024, Diddy accused them of being racist and got a settlement. Now, that's important to note because like 50 said, when 50 said the civil case turns into a criminal case a lot faster because of the relationship being broken down with Diageo that Diddy had with Diageo. It's important to note that he won a lawsuit against them for racism in January of this year. So when you're seeing this case moving as quick as it's moving, you got to understand that where it's coming from. Not that he didn't do everything. I'm just saying that they had this information this whole time and they decided to press the button on them now because we're going to let you win the lawsuit. That's cool. But what you're not going to do is embarrass us. That's all it is. They showing Diddy where his place is. Now they embarrassing him. That's how they look at it. Get the likes up. If you think it's a coincidence that Diddy had all these allegations start coming up after this settlement, after it's out of court and you can't say nothing, I'm sure they had Diddy sign an NDA. I would assume. After this, you have this situation with Diddy and all these allegations start popping up. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I think he did everything they said he did, personally. But I don't think it's a coincidence that we find out about it now. After he gets a settlement from Diageo, the company that gave him Ciroc. I think they let him buy in. I heard rumors that I don't even know if it's a rumor. I got to check the reports. But I think they let Diddy buy Ciroc, like buy into the brand, ownership of the brand for like $1. Like that's how much they just wanted him involved. And he turned that company around. But these are the people that gave Diddy Ciroc, according to reports. So after he got the settlement, then he started getting all these allegations, bro. Hey, we're going to get back into it. We got 2,000 people in the room. We got 500 likes, bro. I'm going to take a break. Let you guys get a chance to get the likes up, and then we'll come back to it. See what he settled for. Let's read this article. This is back in January. This is when this article came out, right before Diddy had all these allegations. It says Sean Diddy Combs and Diageo said Tuesday they have broken ties and selected the music mogul's accusations that the spirits giant neglected his vodka and tequila brands that he promoted or co-owned. In a joint statement, the London-based company said Combs said they have now agreed to resolve all disputes between them. Mr. Combs has withdrawn all of his allegations about Diageo and will voluntarily dismiss his lawsuits against Diageo with prejudice. Diageo and Combs, Diddy, added that they have no ongoing business relationship, either with respect to Ciroc Vodka or De Leon Tequila, which Diageo now solely owns. Diddy don't own Ciroc no more. He hasn't owned it since January. Diddy don't own De Leon no more. He hasn't owned it since January. He sold it back to Diageo, according to this report. So as soon as it was over with, and you're not the face of our liquor company, liquor companies is like the mob, bro. If you guys don't know, liquor companies are like the mob. Like you can't just buy into a liquor company, and you can't just come and just start succeeding in liquor without somebody saying that's okay. It's just like being on the block. You ain't coming to our block and just selling your premium vodka, bro. And nobody said that's okay for you to be outside with that. It's the same type of game. So I told you guys, man. I told y'all. I'm gonna keep showing. I'm gonna get to this other part of the article. I told y'all. This is what's really going on behind the scenes. Give me a second. Check this out. Diageo. Y'all probably didn't even notice and got a settlement. They after the singer Cassie accused him of RAPE and where was we at? Donation. Stephanie, thank you for your. Let me find out where we was at. It's a crazy situation, man. It's a crazy situation. Hold on. I gotta find our spot. We lost our spot. I'm gonna play this in a second. Give me a second. Here we go. When I come through, bro, anytime I report on something, you guys know I give facts, articles, I give sources, I cite my sources. And when I told y'all about this back in May, everything 50 said, I had all the information back then. I'm trying to find our spot so we can get back to this, man. I don't know if I can, though. Let me just play it. The Cash App donation is said, get them too many appearing in De Leon Tequila ads after this long time. But it's getting exposed now because there's no hedge of protection. There's no umbrella saying we're not going to let that happen to our guy. That's relationship. Owns. Diddy don't own Ciroc no more. He hasn't owned it since January. This is where we were. Diddy don't own De Leon no more. He hasn't owned it since January. He sold it back to Diageo, according to this report. So as soon as it was over with, and you're not the face of our liquor company, liquor companies is like the mob, bro. If you guys don't know. That's facts. Liquor companies are like the mob. Like you can't just buy into a liquor company. And you can't just come and just start succeeding in liquor without, as you guys know, over there with Michael Franzese Wines, I kind of got a little information on how this stuff worked behind the scenes. So I'm speaking, when I speak to you guys, if you guys follow the platform, if you subscribe, you know that I just kicked it out with Michael Franzese and we had some conversations about the wine business, and he was telling me Michael Franzese is Italian, former Italian mafia captain. That he's turned his life around now. But me and him was sitting down. We was talking about the wine business. He was telling me how hard it is for independent, because he has a wine company, and I've done some promotion with him and different things like that, working with him. And he was telling me how hard it is to get into that business. He said it's worse than the mob from his point of view. So we're gonna continue this, man. If you guys want to donate, I see you guys in the chat saying how can we donate. Just hit the super chat and I'll read your comment on screen. Somebody saying that's okay. It's just like being on the block. You ain't coming to our block and just selling your premium vodka, bro. And nobody said that's okay for you to be outside with that. It's the same type of game. So hit the like button if you guys just coming in, get the likes. So let's get the likes up. So after Diddy sells Ciroc and De Leon back to Diageo, which is what the article says, Diageo and Combs added they have no ongoing business relationship, either with respect to Ciroc vodka or De Leon tequila, which Diageo now solely owns. Diageo owns by themselves, solely owns, meaning by themselves. They own Ciroc and De Leon tequila. Diddy has no ownership in it after the settlement, meaning he probably got paid out. So let me give you guys a quick timeline. January, Diddy wins the lawsuit that he filed against Diageo, the liquor brand, his former partner. They were 50 says, we heard 50 say they was paying him 60 million. Let me pull that back up. 60 million a year. That's what 50 said they was giving him.
There's a point they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So when you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And they get bad. You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it.
So y'all hear what 50 had to say about it. I was telling you guys the same thing. After this is in January, mind you, January 2024. After January 2024, this year, January, Diddy won the lawsuit. He sold as a part of the settlement. The lawsuit has one of the clauses in it was, you know, he gives ownership of Ciroc and De Leon back to Diageo, and they have no ongoing business relationship after that. That was a part of the settlement. So he wins the settlement January in court. After that, you know, you start seeing all these different, you start hearing the different stories about what's going on with the feds and Diddy and all that. Then it says in November, they filed a letter to prevent him from appearing in advertisements because he still had he was still there to promote. Or excuse me, November last year, you know, he was still there to promote the brands, but they filed a letter where he couldn't do that anymore. And then they lost the lawsuit, and then all this stuff started coming out about him. And then y'all see the arrests come this month. So it was like a timeline that moved really quick, back to back to back like that. After this happens, he sells them liquor companies back. Now his stuff start getting exposed. We've been knowing how Diddy, people, common sense says Diddy's been on some weird stuff for a long time. But it's getting exposed now because there's no hedge of protection. There's no umbrella saying we're not going to let that happen to our guy. Right. These are the people that gave Diddy Ciroc. These are the people that took it back, I'm sure. Diageo, liquor company. Ciroc, De Leon, all that, Diddy don't own it no more. So as soon as they got it back from him, all these allegations start popping up. Look, the article says the sides settle. He did all of it though. In my opinion, from the information we got, I believe that he did all of it. lawsuit filed last year in New York Supreme Court in Manhattan, where Combs he alleged racial discrimination by Diageo. See that? Diddy called them racist and said the company neglected Ciroc vodka and De Leon tequila. Combs' lawyers accused the company of marketing the spirits as urban brands. Still nigga, bro. What you thought you wasn't? The suit sparked a months-long dispute between Diageo and Combs. In November, Diageo filed a letter aiming to prevent Combs from appearing in De Leon tequila ads after the singer Cassie accused him of RAPE and abuse. Cassie and Combs settled the singer's lawsuit that month, only a day after she filed it. So in November, Diageo filed a letter aiming to prevent Diddy from appearing in De Leon tequila commercials, bro, after Cassie had made them accusations. Y'all see where we going? Do y'all see where we going? Let me check the Cash App and Super Chat, see what y'all saying, bro. What happens is, let me pull these people picture back up. These are the people that gave Diddy Ciroc. Diageo, liquor company. What happened is, after they seen that there was smoke, they went looking for the fire. This is what I'm assuming. This is my observation. This is what I believe. I think this company, Diddy called them racist last year in May. And give you guys the timeline. Last year, May 2023, Diddy said this company is racist. They ain't promoting De Leon and Ciroc properly. Y'all racist. And I remember him screaming on the internet, like, I'm sick of y'all. Y'all racist. Woo. After that, they was like, okay, let's not say nothing. Diddy is a marketing genius. Let's not get it twisted. So his voice is loud, especially to them, because they wouldn't have picked him for no reason to represent Ciroc and De Leon. The article says that Diddy sold the companies back. So May 2023, he calls them racist. January 2024, he comes to a settlement with them. Then they ask if he can never appear. They buy the company, they buy Ciroc and De Leon from him after the Cassie investigation. Y'all see where I'm going with this? When Cassie came out with her lawsuit, this liquor company said, now is a perfect time to get Ciroc and De Leon back for a cheap price. Did they have a hand in Cassie feeling comfortable to come forward now after these years? I don't know. But it's bigger than what y'all think is going on, bro. It's bigger than what y'all think is going on. Hit the like button. Make sure this video gets out to everybody. We got to hit the like button so everybody can get to this video, bro. Please hit the like button. This is valuable information. After this video after this allegation by Cassie comes out, before the video, before all that, at the top of the year, it says it right here, bro. They settled, and Diageo they filed a letter aiming to prevent Combs from appearing in the tequila ads after the singer Cassie accused him of RAPE and abuse. It says right here that they have no ongoing business relationship. Diageo and Combs added they have no ongoing business relationship either with respect to Ciroc vodka or De Leon tequila, which Diageo now solely owns. So after you get accused with the stuff with Cassie, now we own it. We don't have to protect you no more, bro. In fact, we're going to encourage Cassie to do all this and get you out of here because we want to buy the liquor back. We want ownership of Ciroc. We want ownership of De Leon. Even though he deserved, for clarity, he deserved everything that he get. We all saw what he did. He deserved everything that he get, in my opinion. That's my opinion. All this can be true, and that can be true too. Everything that I'm saying is facts. These are just black and white facts. But I believe he did everything, and he's guilty of everything they said that he's guilty of. So we need to Cassie, this is wrong. And it is wrong. Don't get it twisted. Did he deserve everything that's happening to him? I'm consistent. He deserved it 100%. He deserved anything that happens to him based on this situation and what he's done. Hey, shout out to me for being consistent and been accused of over the years. But Look at the bigger picture. Follow the money, bro. If you never do nothing else, if you don't learn nothing else from this platform, learn how to follow the money, you guys. Learn how to follow the money. It'll tell you exactly what's really going on. This company right here gave Diddy Ciroc. Diddy in 2007. Diddy comes out and calls them racist in 2023 after making money off of them for 15 years, 16 years. You made money off Ciroc. You branded yourself off Ciroc and De Leon tequila. We gave you those companies. We're Diageo. We're the company that gave you those little companies to us. They get into this settlement. They give Diddy a settlement saying, give us the brands back because you're being accused of this stuff with Cassie. Did they have something to do with Cassie coming forward after all these years and saying, you know what, now is the time? I don't know. But is it a possibility? That's for you to decide. But it is interesting timing, isn't it? That Diddy got to sell. That Diddy sells Ciroc and De Leon the same year. Damn near, it's not if not the same month that Cassie made these allegations and got a settlement. Now, this video I put out back in May 17th this year. Now I'm going to update it and say, is it a coincidence to you guys that all this stuff happens right now at the same time as now we see him get arrested? Now he on off yourself watch. Y'all know the word, the S word, where he threatening to take his own. Yeah. We're going to pull all that up. This wasn't the only instance that I spoke about this, and I kind of gave you guys the heads up on this on a bunch of different things. I told y'all right before well, this is about this. I'll show you guys this. This is 3 months ago. I told y'all RICO was coming. I came to the platform and reported it. And if you subscribe, you already know that that's facts. Make sure you guys hit the like button. That helps this video get out to all the people that need to see this valuable information so they can see what's really going on behind the scenes. It helps the video go further when you guys do that. Here it is right here.
I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
Now looking back, we see why he was speaking very specifically in that video. I take full responsibility for the actions in that video. Right? He wasn't talking about, I'm going to rewind
on the YouTube music app.
He wasn't talking about everything else. I'm sure his lawyer said, if you're going to put a video out, make sure you only take responsibility for what they can see, not what you're accused of. But let's watch this, because I did this one. When I came and reported this, it was, I'm going to show you guys. I reported this one. Let's see if it got a date on it. This one was May 22nd. So this is 5 days after I did that one. I told y'all, Diddy facing RICO charges, excuse me. I came to the platform and I let y'all know what was going on. Check it out.
Told me to ask y'all for help. I need your help. I need your help. I can't do it alone. I'm overwhelmed. I'm going crazy.
Urban Legend with Levins, you know what it is, bro? Let's talk about it. It's being reported that Diddy might be facing a RICO charge after this video of Cassie and him in the hotel where he's beating Cassie up in the hotel hallway near the elevators has come out. A lot of lawyers have been weighing in on this, and it's looking like it's not good. I told y'all, man, 3 months ago. For Diddy, obviously, we know his public image has been tarnished completely, but it looks like he's facing RICO charges potentially, especially after the Homeland Security invasion or raid, I should say, of his house, all his houses. This is what one lawyer said. This is Kodak Black. Bro, we know he's not in jail for the video. I'm banning you for being stupid. When did anybody say he in jail for that video? You're banned for being dumb and trying to just be a contrarian and just have anything to say. Now you can't speak. Black's lawyer, he said anyone who thinks CNN obtained, quote unquote, the video is a sucker. This was a leak, and to me, it telegraphs the fact he's about to be charged in a bigger case. This way, if Cassie is the star witness, They can rely on the fact she was essentially under his control. By the way, that is why this case should have been settled way before the lawsuit was filed. So that's what lawyers are saying. That's what Kodak Black's lawyer is saying about the situation. There's another lawyer that represents victims' rights.
With Chevy Equinox EV, you and your money can go further in America.
And she's saying that this is going to be a RICO case potentially. This is what it says. The article says, prominent victims' right attorney Gloria Allred said the leaked surveillance video showing rapper Diddy Combs assaulting his ex-girlfriend could potentially lead to federal racketeering charges against him if it provides evidence of sex crimes like trafficking. So she has a whole thing about this and a whole theory. I'm gonna let you guys hear it for yourself from her. And she explains why this can be used to start a RICO, a RICO investigation if one hasn't already started against Diddy. Check this out right here. Before we get into this video, just to be clear, this video, I put this out in May. So the information may be, we're looking at it retroactively after watching him get arrested. I'm just showing you guys a timeline. I've been reporting all this stuff. I don't think there's no point in me coming to the platform to repeat it, all the information that I've provided already. But 50 did confirm a lot of this information, so it's relevant again.
Go beyond that, Piers. The LA County District Attorney has said that this incident, which occurred in 2016, we're talking about the incident on the video, it's too late. It's statute of limitations. The time period set by law to criminally prosecute that in LA County, which is where it occurred, it's too late. However, we know that there are federal investigators, Homeland Security, that raided, based on a search warrant, both of his homes in Miami and in Los Angeles, and retrieved electronic material, among other material. For example, phones, laptops, other electronic equipment. Those items may contain videos that your guest alluded to. We don't know. But the fact that there was at least probable cause to search both of his homes in a highly publicized raid leads me to believe that it's very possible that charges will be filed in the future by the Department of Justice. Again,
she called it. She called it. She wasn't wrong.
Mr. Combs. Now, what kind of charges would they be? Well, we know that from the R. Kelly case, Piers, that Homeland Security was also involved in that. And that involves sex trafficking. And also there are possible allegations of RICO, which is a federal act. That's the Racketeering, Influence, Corrupt Organizations Act. Was his business enterprise used in a way to facilitate crimes, whether it's...
So to that point, why he's getting a RICO charge? Because they're alleging that you used your business entity to facilitate crime. That you use your business, and this is how they prevent criminal organizations. They prevent you from having a legitimate business. From having a legitimate business that you're using to do things illegally. Now, in a RICO case, it has to be an organization. For Diddy to be convicted, other people have to be involved. It can't just be Diddy. Otherwise, he just get charged. It can't be a criminal organization with one person. That's not an organization. Now, there's a woman that they're calling Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell. If you don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she's the woman that was like helping Jeffrey Epstein. And they have a woman that they say Diddy, let me show you guys this, was using to help him with his little situation. This is her right here. This is the woman they calling Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell. Everything we know about the woman being dubbed Diddy's Ghislaine. This is her. Now we know she gonna sing like a canary. Says Diddy has said he couldn't function without his chief of staff, Christina Karam, who was allegedly so instrumental to his freak-offs and alleged trafficking enterprise. She is being called the Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein. That's a crazy thing to be for somebody. It says, as Sean Diddy Combs sits behind bars after being denied bail, and the feds pursue their investigation to his alleged trafficking venture, sources tell the New York Post that Christina would know everything, as she was more like his manipulator in chief. Wow. Combs was arrested on Tuesday and indicted on 3 counts of racketeering, conspiracies, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And sources alleged to the Post that Karam helped him recruit his SEX workers, some underage, just as Maxwell was convicted of doing the same thing for Jeffrey Epstein. This is her right here. This is the woman that they're accusing. So when we say, when the word RICO is used and they're saying criminal organization, he's being charged with running a criminal organization, he has people like this involved, is what they're saying. The indictment alleges that the employees of Combs Enterprises would assist Combs, Diddy, in his freak-offs and freaky performances put on for the disgraced former mogul that were so long and taxing that the participants of these freak-offs needed IV fluids afterwards. By booking hotel rooms, ordering supplies, and soliciting workers to attend, even before this week's indictment in the mini lawsuit Combs has been hit with, Karam was identified as one of the driving forces behind these elaborate SEX events where many were allegedly forced to participate against their will. Hit the like button. Let's get this out to as many people that can watch this as possible, man, because this is a lot of valuable information on this topic, man. This is crazy. So he wasn't working alone. A lot of people he's the face of it. So, people go at him only, and he deserves everything he's getting. But you got to look at everybody in this situation, because it's not possible for him to run a criminal organization alone. You need other people to help you with this. And they're saying that this woman right here, Christina Karam, is his right-hand woman. Like, she's the woman organizing all these events, all these different things that he had going on. Crazy. It says music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones, in his complaint against Combs and his alleged enablers, claimed that Karam, this woman right here, knowingly and intentionally participated in, perpetrated, assisted, supported, facilitated SEX trafficking venture. She knew it was a trafficking company. She knew that they were using his company to traffic, and he said that she knew every little detail about it and participated in every single way. Says, and she was instrumental, this is a quote, and instrumental in organizing and executing the trafficking enterprise. Karam was described as Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs, Diddy, his Jeffrey Epstein in the complaint. She has not been arrested or charged with a crime. She ain't been arrested or charged with a crime because she's going to be an informant, in my opinion. That's what I believe. You're going to be an informant. She's probably the number one informant that they have on this whole situation. She ain't about to sit in jail. Diddy can't sit in jail for real. Diddy in there already talking about offing himself. I've been locked up, so I know how it go. You get in there and he in there and he's starting to, they asking him a question. They'll ask him a question like in classification before they place him in a little look at him. Look at him. Before they place him in a cell block or anything like that, or in population or PC or whatever, they're gonna ask him, "How you feeling, man? Do you have any?" They ask questions in classification like, "Do you have any thoughts of hurting yourself, harming yourself, or anything like that?" Diddy in there like, "Yeah." When it's your first time, you ain't never been locked up, you ain't never been cracked for nothing. He probably thinking, if I say yeah, they'll give me better treatment, bro. They gonna put you somewhere freezing cold with no blanket. Hey, if you've been locked up in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, dog. you know them cats that come in, they come in there and they think that if they tell them I'm gonna harm myself, that they're gonna put you somewhere safer. And really, they just take all your privileges. They're like, all right, we can't put him in there with nothing. Put him in there with a blanket. No blanket, no nothing, because they think you're gonna hang yourself. So they end up putting you in an uncomfortable cell Cells are already uncomfortable. If you could believe they can get more uncomfortable. They're gonna put you in there. In California, they feed you, they call it in lockdown, they call it a juke ball. So you don't get to eat. They ain't gonna give you a knife or a spork or a spoon or none of that. They're gonna ball all your food up, put it in a ball, and they sit it on a tray and feed it to you like that. They'll lock you in a chair. If you start flaring your arms or if you do anything crazy, they're gonna sit you in a chair, put a hood over your head, strap it up where you can't spit, you can't bite. They're gonna strap your arms into the wheelchair, your legs are strapped in where you can't move. Or they might put you in a stand-up cell. When they gotta move you from your cell to court, they're gonna put you in a stand-up cell where you can't sit down and you can't move and you chained to the cage, a one-man cell. I've been through it all, dog. I've been there. So I didn't seen all of it. So he think he gonna go in there. Oh yeah, they classifying them. The officers that's doing classification, like, hey, so okay, name, okay, height. All right, man. PC or General Pop? PC. That's what Diddy going. PC. Okay. You having any thoughts of harming yourself or anything? You don't look good, man. Yeah, I am thinking about harming myself. He think that's gonna get him out of trouble. If he's like, I'm gonna play the victim. That's how they think. That's how when you're in your first time and you scary, like that's how you think, and he is. Let's get back to this article, man. This is the woman that they're saying was his right-hand woman helping him organize all these different events. She ain't been arrested. It says, Karam was described as the Ghislaine Maxwell, Sean Combs, Jeffrey Epstein. She has not been arrested or charged with a crime. In my opinion, it's because she's about to be the biggest informant on this case. If she was his right-hand woman, she don't even look like she built to do no time. She is right-hand woman? Man, please. She about to tell on a lot of people. It's bigger than Nino Brown. Says Diddy himself has emphasized Karam's role in his daily doings. In 2020, he wrote that she keeps his world twirling and makes sure that I smile every day and I don't go into those dark places. One way she did that, as alleged in Little Rod's lawsuit, was by requiring everyone around Combs to carry a pouch or fanny pack filled with narcotics so that he can indulge in his drug habit whenever he wanted to. This is her. Let's make sure her face. Let's not just, we're gonna get on him too, but let's not just get on the black man. Let's make sure that we showing everybody that's a part of this situation. It says Diddy also praised Karam in 2021 on a Facebook post in which he wrote, Christina, aka KK, keeps everything in my life and business running. She's been my right hand for the last 8 years and has consistently proven to execute and get ish done. Don't know how I'd function without her. Now that don't sound crazy until all this other stuff come out. That sound like back then people thinking like, all right, Diddy showing love to one of his executives. After you hear that she's the Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein, now it starts sounding crazy. It's crazy. Karam started with Diddy's Bad Boy Records in 2013, so she's been working with him since 2013. So that's her. So when we say RICO, there's a lot more that goes into that than just Diddy. We're gonna hear about a lot of celebrities. I know they scrambling behind the scenes. People scrambling behind the scenes trying to figure out who's involved. What did you have? What did you do when you was at Diddy's house? Do you remember anything, bro? I want to know who calling who. I want to know who calling who. Look at Buddy. Look at Buddy. He didn't walk into a cell, somebody looking at him like that. Let's get back to this.
It's drugs, whether it's trafficking, other crimes, we don't know.
All right, man. So there you guys have it. Now, I think this is a crazy situation. Diddy is in a world of trouble, man. It's bad when 50 Cent is saying he's stepping back from it because he thinks Diddy might off himself. 50 Cent posted on his Instagram that, he's not going to continue to attack Diddy because it's getting so bad. He feels Diddy really might delete himself. And he doesn't want no parts of that. I think this is a horrible situation. Obviously, there's a lot of alleged victims involved. There's a lot of victims that we.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
This is somebody that ain't accepted the full gravity of his situation, bro. Like you ain't accepted what it really is yet, bro. It ain't settled in. Like when like if you know, y'all know what it. We don't know about this type of situation, but a lot of people been in situations where it's like, is this even real? You ain't even processing it. And Diddy in one of them situations that this don't even feel like real life to him right now. He feel like he dreaming. Promise you he do. He feel like he dreaming right now. Like, is this even real? Every day he waking up in that cell, he thinking, man, I want to go to sleep and not wake up. Every time he wake up in that cell, that's what he thinking right now. Now, I wanted to bring this to the platform too, because I thought this was super interesting. There's this dude. Look at this. This says it's a PRN star telling investigators that Diddy would allegedly watch him smash with Cassie. Also makes claims about Rick Ross and DJ Khaled being involved. Check this out right here, man. Look at this.
P. Diddy, whatever you call it. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garibos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leons here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible, I'm not sure. Us, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled.
Boy, when 50 get a hold of this. When 50 get a hold of this, y'all know 50 don't like Ross or Khaled or Puff. When Buddy's saying, I don't know no grown man that would admit nothing like this and it not be true. Not even some true. I don't know a grown man that will say things like this out loud and it not be true. It's easy to paint somebody as crazy until you hear these stories come out, man. Until you see the arrest, it's like, nah, he just crazy. But then after you see what really goes on and you see the real story behind it, it's like, oh, maybe he's not crazy. Maybe there's something to that. You know what I mean? That's why you got to listen to people. Everything, you don't have to take everything serious, but listen to people. Let them at least hear them. Everybody ain't lying, bro.
Rick Ross.
And stop worshiping celebrities because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. That's a message in itself. That's a big message in itself. Stop worshiping celebrities. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. A year ago, a lot of y'all would have traded lives with Diddy. Y'all bet you wouldn't now. Don't ever idolize no man. This is crazy.
Yeah. And he did it?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter.
For him to say Khaled is a Hamas supporter, that's crazy because we ain't never heard Khaled stand up for the Palestinians, even though that was one of the criticism that he's been getting. That's just a sidebar. DJ Khaled been getting a lot of criticism being a Palestinian that won't stand up for Palestinians. But him saying he's a Hamas supporter, that's kind of crazy because he said that in 2018, and Khaled just started getting all that smoke from people this year. So that makes me listen to what he has to say.
Okay. How do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Of Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I called herpes, and I came back and I sued him for herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible, I'm not sure.
Dude said it's possible I could produce a copy. Does this dude sound crazy to y'all? He don't sound crazy to me. He don't sound crazy to me at all. He sounds very clear and like he understands exactly what he's saying, and he's trying to get somebody to hear him. And from what I'm hearing, this dude is not with us. They say he took his own life, allegedly. I don't even know if I would believe that right now. That's kind of crazy. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get this video out to as many people as possible. To like, help it get boosted in the algorithm, and it helps it get out to more people, man. This is information that's valuable, and a lot of people don't hear this stuff or know this stuff, man. Stop idolizing celebrities, bro. If the lesson is nothing else, it don't matter if they're a billionaire. Be careful who you call a hero. I'm interested to see who's next. Who's next, bro? Look at him. Who's next? Look at Buddy. Because you know he ain't working alone. And you know there's gonna be a lot of people making phone calls behind the scenes like, am I on them tapes? Am I on them tapes? Look at this. The woman that claims Diddy shot her in the face is celebrating his arrest. Oh, man. The woman that allegedly Diddy shot in the face in 1999. This says back in December 27th of 1999. Ruben had been in a club in New York, helping a friend promote an upcoming New Year's event. Combs had arrived with his girlfriend, J-Lo. He was also accompanied by his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, and rap protege Shine. Combs got into a verbal dispute with a drug dealer. Ruben says she clearly saw Combs with a gun in his hand. She was in the line of fire. And when she saw him fire, she recalled the muzzle flash. So she's saying that Diddy shot her in the face in the club, and Shine wasn't the one that actually pulled the trigger, but Shine ended up doing 10 years behind this for accidentally shooting somebody in the club. But it turns out that Shine was allegedly the fall guy, and Diddy is actually the one that pulled that trigger and shot this woman in the face. She said, I watched him. I saw him with my own eyes. It felt like I was hit with Paul Bunyan's flaming hot sledgehammer. Wow. She said, I called out to God and said, don't take me. I'm not finished raising my kids. I have work to do. Lopez joined Combs, Shine, and Jones in fleeing the scene. The police gave chase and they were pulled over a short distance away. The stolen pistol was recovered and found in the car by the police. The three men were charged with gun possession and went to trial. Combs arrived in court wearing a light gray overcoat, this outfit right here. Look at his arrogance, bro. Look at his face. Even back then, he was arrogant. Look at him. He just knew he wasn't going to jail. The three men were charged with gun possession, went to trial. Combs arrived wearing his gray overcoat that looked like it had been cut from a cloud. I don't know why they even put that in the report. Who cares? Ruben testified. She testified. So did the surgeon who had managed to save her life. He recounted to the jury what Ruben had been screaming. So the surgeon that saved this lady's life said when she came in to surgery, she was screaming, "Puffy shot me. Puffy shot me." Combs was acquitted, and as was his bodyguard. Sean was convicted and did 9 years in state prison. He was then deposited to his native Belize, where he's now a politician serving as the leader of opposition. I think Sean has a really big political career now. God bless him. So this is crazy, man. So she's celebrating that Diddy is locked up now. I've been telling you guys for the last 3 months, man. I told you guys that this was coming. I told you the RICO was coming. I told you back in May. I showed you guys the videos earlier in the live stream, May 22nd and May 17th. All the details behind this. And nothing's changed. It's the same stuff, man. I showed you guys this right here. Look. This one. Let me see. This one. This video I did talking about this topic and bringing the details. Let me show you all. This one was 3 months ago too. This one was May 29th. So May 17th, May 22nd, May 29th, I told y'all what was going on. This is after they found the tapes in Diddy's home raid. I told y'all an arrest. I confirmed that an arrest was coming. Let's see what I was talking about back then. They said open up Kim Porter's case. Article, CNN just reported this. Blessings to everybody in the chat, man. I haven't read this yet. I wanted to come on here and read it with you guys. Hit the like button if you guys just came in. CNN just reported this morning. Said federal investigators are preparing to bring accusers of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs before a federal grand jury. Two sources familiar with the probe tell CNN, signaling the U.S. Justice Department is moving toward potentially seeking an indictment of Combs. Sidebar: did you guys see all the CEOs stepping down? There's a bunch of CEOs stepping down right now. Did y'all see that? In different companies, all at the same time. You know they was at these parties. You know they was at these parties. I'm gonna show y'all that in a second. Let's get back to this real quick. Anytime they start raiding your house, bro, and when you hear the word, when you hear the word probe, I don't know whoever been arrested in here or whoever been through the system. I have. Anytime you hear the word probe, it's not good. When the federal government got a probe going against you, it's not good, bro. So right there off the bat, you know it's serious. They're not playing. It's serious. They're not moving toward. They've been moving toward an indictment from the minute that they started spending money on the resources to make sure they get evidence. When they started spending money on the investigation, that's when they were moving towards an indictment. The government is a business. They're not about to spend money to raid 3 of your homes. I told you one of the homes that Diddy had raided wasn't even reported. It wasn't reported, but it did get raided from what I'm hearing. So yeah, one in New York that got raided, one in LA and one in Miami. And all of them were raided at the same exact time. All of them raided at the same exact time. That takes a level of coordination that it costs money to do that, bro. The government is not going to invest money and not expect to get an indictment. They want something back for their money. They ain't just doing that for show. They're not doing that just so there can be a news article about it. They're doing it because they have something real that they investigating. So I want to come back to this in a second. I want to show you guys some information I just got while on the live stream about all these CEOs in the music business stepping down. Check out this right here, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Kevin Lyles, if you guys follow music business, you know who Kevin Lyles is. CEO and chairman of 300 Entertainment, announced that he's stepping down from his role in that company. The Warner Music Group CEO, Robert Kinsel, I believe. I don't know how to say his name. I believe I read he was stepping down. Hold on. This is, wait, I just saw this on IG. Let me show y'all. No, it wasn't. It was this dude. The Warner Music Japan president and CEO is Kaz Kobayashi. He's resigned. Kevin Lyles has resigned. He's 300 Entertainment. Randy Goodman of Sony, the CEO of Sony Music, has stepped down too. All these CEOs resigning in the last 3 days after Diddy was arrested. Something to note, man. Something to note. I'm gonna look up more information on it. We'll get back to that, but I thought y'all should have that information. Let's get back to this real quick. Right there, it wasn't the reports are gonna come out that they're moving towards it. They've been moving towards it for a long time, bro. They ain't just wake up one morning and say, you know what we should do today? We should raid Diddy houses. Yeah, call everybody up, see if they cool with that. They ain't do that, bro. It's planned. This is planned out for months. He's never gonna know this is gonna be this. You know what I mean? And you know, we're gonna do this all at the same time, and that's it. Got another update. This woman right here says she was one of the victims of one of Diddy's parties. Look at this, you guys. She said, today I feel a little safer knowing Sean. Oops, excuse me. Clicked too fast. Let me see. Today I feel a little safer knowing Sean Combs is behind bars. I'm grateful to U.S. Attorney for the Southern District. I'm grateful to the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and Homeland Security for stepping in and showing Mr. Combs in the music industry, which enabled him, that they're not above the law. I think that is a big point to point out. You know, anybody out there that's done anything crazy, they're scared as hell right now. Because the system, the iOS is updating on the world, bro. Like, you can't get away with this stuff. It don't matter. All the old guard of that, like, we gatekeepers and all that, and we got people that's protecting us, all that's out the window these days. If you do something wrong, you going. She said, this past year has been incredibly stressful and terrifying at times, but I am grateful for the opportunity to free myself from all these dark experiences. While co-creating Cassie's sophomore album, I was degraded by Sean Combs, deceived by him, his team, and the record labels about the music being released. I was exposed to Diddy's abuse of Cassie and others in her circle, and I unknowingly consumed something laced without my consent at his homely Hills home. I don't even know where that is. Home studio while writing for Cassie back in 2017. I'll never forget screaming, "What's in this?" I knew instantly after smoking the joint that something was wrong. I got away that night by the grace of God, but I'm hunted by the things I can't even remember about that evening. No one should have to endure this kind of trauma to pursue success in the music industry. We all deserve better. What irritates me, and I'm not victim shaming, but what irritates me is why don't people speak up sooner? I get that he's this dude. What homie say? It's a lot of gangster. Don't forget the gangster. It's a lot of licious on him, but the bitch gangster. Forget my language, y'all.
So, I want to show y'all something.
All threats will be sent to my lawyer and to the feds.
Just want to let you know that any threats that you send to me will be sent to my lawyer and the feds. Please don't come over here on that bullshit.
People like, yo, bro, we put the feds back on you. Like, calm down. That was another part of the story. So we'll get into this. I want to talk about him being denied bail too. So when you see that these situations is coming out, they're never haphazard. It's always a plan. The article says possible witnesses have been notified by investigators that they could be brought into testify in front of a federal grand jury in New York City, according to one source. This is CNN, you guys. Bringing individuals who have filed civil lawsuits against Combs before a grand jury remark a significant escalation in the government's ongoing investigation involving the producer and Bad Boy Records founder. Ongoing investigation. That means we've been doing this for a while. We've been investigating him. This ain't been planned since people start suing, bro. And the reason that Cassie video came out when it did is because they need to make her a viable witness for the government. Now people are going to see her as a witness instead of an accomplice. It's a great point that I made. Because they had the video for 10 years. They had the video where he beating up Cassie for 10 years. So why I put it out now is because we need to make her appear as she wasn't with none of that. She was getting beat up by Diddy. Even if, from what we hear the stories that Cassie was complicit sometimes, you know, making other women do certain things. Those stories are out there. I'm not saying that, but there's stories out there that Cassie was involved helping Diddy do certain things. But if we're going to make her, if we're the government, we're the feds, and we're trying to get this man put away forever, we need to make her appear as a victim so we can use her on the stand. So put the video out now, right before we arrest this man, a few months before we arrest him, right after we raid his homes, put that video out now so the public sees her as a victim. So when we pick a jury for all this, everybody kind of knows she's the victim and not somebody, she's not a tainted witness at that point. That was a great point that I made. So they have to make sure that she looks a certain way because you're our star witness. And they're going to come to you, hey, we could put this man away. I'm sure she knew that the government was going to do all this. Or if she didn't know what they were going to do, she knew that the government was looking at him before she filed her lawsuit, Cassie. I would believe that she probably knew the government was coming after Diddy before. They probably contacted her first, like, hey, this is a good time. File your lawsuit. I promise you, he's not going to be able to hurt you. Not just because everybody just, you know, but she might feel like, well, if I go public with anything, then and you guys don't arrest him, then I just put myself in danger and you guys ain't did nothing. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure that this has been planned for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure this has been planned for a long time. Somebody said Diddy didn't kill himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, for real. God forbid, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised. With y'all? This is serious, man. Like, you go from being a billionaire to this ain't even like R. Kelly's situation, because R. Kelly wasn't a billionaire. Like, he was already check to check, low key. You know what I mean? People were already stealing his money. Y'all remember they took all the furniture out of his house? This ain't like R. Kelly. Like, Diddy was living at the highest level yesterday. Today, he's still living it. He's still a billionaire right now, talking today. So we have an article right here. If you say something stupid in the chat, bro, we're not even going to address you. You're just going to be banned and never see another video again. Y'all be talking about anything. So this is what the article says. Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits since November, 7 directly accusing him of SA. One of the 8 lawsuits filed by former girlfriend Cassie has been settled. Another lawsuit accused his son Christian of SA. And Sean Combs is accused of aiding and abetting. So they're saying that he was helping his son do the same thing that he be doing. This article just came out about 2 hours ago, if that. A spokesperson for the Homeland Security Investigators Agency declined to comment on the existence of a grand jury, but noted the investigation remains ongoing. So that's somebody from Homeland Security who raided Diddy's house, all his houses. And if you guys are not familiar, they call him Diddy's mule, Diddy's drug mule. That's what they call him in the articles. That dude got arrested. And then he copped out to a deal with no jail time. So what does that tell you? He's going to be a witness probably. You don't get arrested by the feds, bro, and get a deal in a month and no jail time. Can't forget about him. It's going to be a lot of witnesses that come forward to testify against this dude. They want to put him away because they don't want to do no time. Ain't nobody trying to do no time for Diddy. Nobody. Nobody cared. He ain't that important to these people. Like, especially if you ain't got the money to. Everything is seized. So this is the part. This is the thing too that people don't consider. When we talk about the feds, we talking about like the entire government against you. He got the entire government against him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody about to hold you down, bro, and go against the government for you. It don't matter how powerful you think you are. So he's man, it's over with. It's over with. Ain't no coming back from this. You know what I mean? He got a long roll, bro. They denying a $50 million bail. Let me pull that up. He put up over $50 million for bail. Look at this. Look at this right here, you guys. If you've been locked up, I've been locked up. You know when you get that $1 million bail, you know you ain't going home. He put 50 up. The proposed bail package also included a $50 million bond co-signed by Combs, his mother, several family members, surrendering his passport, home detention, weekly drug testing, and a visitor log to be submitted nightly to pretrial services. That's how bad. Those are all the things he said he would do to get out of jail today. That's everything that he said he would do to get out of jail right now. Please, let me fight this from the outside. Please don't have me sitting in here like R. Kelly. Please. You know the final straw was when y'all seen him running around New York the last few days. Running around New York on video, acting like nothing happening, acting like everything all cool, trying to rebuild your brand. And shame on everybody that was out there supporting it and hyping them up. The proposed bail package included $50 million. His mother and several family members co-signing. He would have surrendered his passport, home detention, been on house arrest, took weekly drug tests, and a visitor log to be submitted nightly to pretrial services. So anybody that come to his crib, he would have submitted it. And they denied all that. They said, nah, we'd rather keep you in jail, bro. It's over with. It's over with. They denied that. Man. Oh, yeah, we got to get you out of here, bro. Bro said, innocent until proven guilty. Bro, you are gone. You gone, brother. Let's get him out of here. Get him out of here quick. What is you talking about, family? What is you talking about? Nah, this is the feds. Somebody said 10%, 10%. This is the feds, bro. It's a little different. It ain't 500,000 down. No, it's the feds. The feds ain't playing with him. Look how much he willing to do to get out of jail. He in there terrified. You know he is. You know, and he been knowing that he gonna go. He just didn't know when. His lawyer's been telling him, you going, bro. You going soon. We just don't know when, but you definitely going. And it just happened when it happened, but this ain't good, bro. This is not good. He done. He done. It's wrapped up. Wrap him up. Put a bow on him. Ain't no coming back. I want to find that. I want to find. Y'all remember that video where Buddy was like, "Don't forget the gangster. He a gangster too. It's a lot of licious in him." Somebody said innocent to proven guilty. You crazy, bro. He's guilty. We don't even. This ain't even no. I hate when you know what being a former street dude. You know what I hate about street dudes. It talk like every crime is equal. Like Bro, since when do street dudes support beating up women? In the system, I'm talking about. Like, that ain't no innocent to proven guilty, bro. If you come in here with a charge, I don't know how, I know where I come from. If you locked up where we at in the West Coast, you come in here with a charge and you got anything that harms women, children, or old people, ain't no talking. You got to get out. Ain't no talking. We putting hands, feet, trays, whatever we can pick up. Ain't no innocent till, bro. You got a crazy charge. You got a weird case. Why is you around? You don't come in here with that. So I've never seen so many alleged street dudes supporting this type of stuff. It's like, bro, are y'all serious? The morals is crazy. Let me stop, bro. Because what he got going on this ain't no he sold some drugs. And there's no this ain't he scammed somebody out some money or scammed a company or something like that. Bro, you talking about kids. You talking about women, like victims against their will. Y'all seen the dude that let me show y'all this. The dude that said Diddy this is crazy. Look. I think they threw this judgment out. But this dude came to court and said that Diddy they threw this dude won 100 million at the top of the week. Look at this. Man, can I even get that off? Hold on. Let me find a better one. Give me a second. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna find this. That's crazy. So the spokesperson from Homeland Security didn't want to make a comment about the grand jury, but said that the investigation is still open. So if the investigation is still open, that means that the government is still investing money. When you hear the investigation is still open, the government is investing money. You know what I mean? That's all they're saying. We still investing money to try to get this person taken to jail. That's their job. That's the business. The business is to get people that are doing crimes in jail. It's the business. Said the potential witnesses have not yet been prepped for testimony. It's crazy. These potential witnesses have not yet been prepped for testimony. Both the sources told CNN, cautioning that Homeland Security investigators are still in the process of gathering evidence and questioning potential sources of information in their federal probe into Combs. Nobody in here want a federal probe into their life, bro. You don't want to be the subject of a federal probe. Facts. You know what I mean? But they said they're still gathering evidence right now. So if you think that they're not looking to arrest him, you're crazy. Mind you, this video is 3.5 months. They're not gathering evidence just because they just want to waste their time or need something to do today. There's plenty to do, bro. They feel like there's something here. They got something or has something that they feel like, no, we can really get this guy. He said that these potential witnesses have not yet been prepped for testimony. Both sources told CNN. That means we have a list of witnesses. You got to read between the lines, low key. Like the potential witnesses have not yet been prepped. Yet. But we have a bunch of witnesses, is what they're saying. We have a bunch of witnesses. They just ain't been prepped for testimony. We ain't got them ready, meaning we haven't submitted to the defense team because a list of witnesses has to be submitted to Diddy's lawyers by law. That's just the law. Diddy's lawyers got to be prepared for everything in court. That's how court go. Mm-hmm. Now, they're saying we have a list of witnesses, but until they don't have to submit the list to Diddy's lawyers until they start prepping them. The reason you don't want to submit the list to Diddy's lawyers right away because you don't want these people to get scared off. You don't want Diddy to have access to who's testifying and then start putting money out there to scare them off. That's how the federal government looking at it, probably. So we not prepped. We haven't prepped our witnesses. We're not getting them. That's what they're gonna have. They're gonna have to report it this way because you want to make sure that your witnesses aren't tampered with. But this says that they do have witnesses. Says the Homeland Security investigators are still in the process of gathering evidence. When Homeland Security is investigating you, that means they're looking at you as a domestic terrorist. Terrorists can be foreign and domestic. They're looking at you as a domestic terrorist. It's homeland security, U.S. security. Like that trafficking stuff ain't no joke, bro. Said one source. We'll pause right there for a second, man. Look at this, y'all. This just happened. Why is Neo, the singer Neo, his baby mama clowning him or something? Look at this. Check this out. This is crazy.
Fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. He gonna say my daughter crying. Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr. Tell him about the freak off.
All right.
Tell him about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell.
Bro, women, some women be tripping, bro. Like, calm. Like, what are you doing? Oh, that's comedy. Source said investigators are being thorough and taking their time to ensure that an indictment, should there be one, is bulletproof. They're not in no rush. They got what they need. When they say they're making sure it's bulletproof, it's because we got what we need. We just want to make sure that it's an open and shut case. We want to make sure when we go to court and we start presenting stuff, it's open and shut. That means they probably feel like they have enough to indict him today, put a warrant out for his arrest today, but we want to make sure it's bulletproof. One source said investigators are being thorough and taking their time to ensure that an indictment is bulletproof. There's going to be an indictment, bro. They're not exhausting all these options and resources because they don't really want them. No, they're, mind you, I said this, all this information, I gave this to you guys 3 months ago, so it's a little dated. But y'all get the point. Listen to this. This was back when Nas was speaking about the situation, speaking about, because everybody, I seen an article actually that said Jay-Z could face subpoenas. Yeah. This is the Jay-Z topic. Let's get to the Jay-Z part of this. The article says Jay-Z and other close friends of Sean P. Diddy Combs could face subpoenas, former prosecutor reveals. So this prosecutor says that Jay-Z could be called to court and face subpoenas. Let me see. Federal officials arrested Diddy. We already know that. Says charges. His alleged free goals are center of the trial. The free goals lasted some time. Here it goes. Unfortunately, the article says Combs' high-profile friends might have to appear in court. This is a former prosecutor said this. Said Jay-Z and other celebrities can be subpoenaed, but they will almost certainly assert their Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and refuse to testify. People who participated in the acts should especially be afraid because they can be charged with trafficking or prostitution depending on whether they use threats or force against the victims. So this is a former prosecutor. She said if Jay-Z is just a witness, quote, and didn't participate in the free calls, he could be subjected to a subpoena to testify. However, the prosecutor suspects Jay-Z won't be subpoenaed even if he participated. Or if he participated. It says if you're a prosecutor, you don't want witnesses who participated in a criminal activity but are getting a pass. That's a good point. So what she's saying is, she's saying if Jay-Z doesn't get subpoenaed, she's saying if Jay-Z doesn't get subpoenaed, the public should understand that he's probably committed some type of crime. She said, I'm gonna read it again. Romani added that if Jay-Z is just a witness and didn't participate, he could just be subjected to a subpoena to testify. However, the prosecutor suspects Jay-Z won't be subpoenaed if he participated. So if we don't hear that he has to go to court to testify, she's saying you probably can assume that he participated in something because otherwise he would be subpoenaed. She said the reason for that is if you're a prosecutor, you don't want witnesses who participated in the activity getting the pass. This is Nas. Listen to Nas.
I said, that's not my style. That's not what I'm going to do. Yeah, I could have put up movies. I could have showed the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about, made fun of it, and said, yo, Jay's hanging out. When Jay and him was in there playing basketball world, you can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and shit on R. Kelly's lap. You can't tell me, you don't tell me that working on that album that he ain't never seen a 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity?
My belief is that anybody who's worked with him and been in his cipher has seen it go down.
He's seen it go down.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Jay-Z and R. Kelly did an album together. Nas is saying, you can't tell me if you're Jay-Z that you didn't see something weird happen. You telling me you're Jay-Z and you ain't never seen no R. Kelly had all this stuff going on around that time, but you ain't never seen no 14-year-old girl come in the studio and you Jay-Z, we don't believe you. So Nas has been saying this for a long time about Jay. That's like, bro, we know you know something about this type of stuff that be going on behind the scenes. This is Nas. Listen.
I could have showed the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about, made fun of it, and said, yo, Jay's hanging out. When Jay and him was in there playing basketball world, you can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and shit on R. Kelly's lap. You can't tell me, you don't tell me that working on that album that he ain't never seen a 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity?
My belief is that anybody who's worked with him and been in his cipher has seen it go down.
He's seen it go down.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
They said the Nike CEO has also stepped down. So that's Warner Music Group, Sony Records, 300 Entertainment. Kevin Lyles stepped down. All these guys stepped down after the Diddy arrest. The Nike CEO stepped down. John Donahoe. I told you guys, head of Sony Music Nashville, Randy Goodman stepped down. CEO of Warner Music, Kaz Kobayashi stepped down. Kevin Lyles, he stepped down. All these executives, all these CEOs stepping down, getting out of Dodge. Come on, bro. After Diddy's been arrested. Y'all know what time it is, man. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you for being a part of this one. I love you guys, man. Stay safe, stay blessed. Pray for each other and love each other, man, as God loves us. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gone, man.